What it do? Big K Sincere here, Firearms, Fish, and Fitness Guy, coming to you live and direct in the wee hours of the night for another amazing fish feeding. Everybody's all ready and waiting. So, without further ado, about to feed Cassius, my red tail catfish. He's pretty hungry. I generally feed about every other day. And I typically feed a diet of, well, Cassius, he definitely loves tilapia. Gum, 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 gum. He'll come up and grab it on my hand periodically. There you go, boy. All right. These guys, for those of you who don't know, they're almost like dogs. I'm the owner of Monster Fish Aquarium, and I've been doing this now for a while, consistently for about 2 years. Back in the 90s, I used to have quite a few fish tanks, but as I tell anybody who has an opinion, that's just it. It is your opinion. I generally like to look at it in this hobby, especially that it's constantly evolving, ever changing. So we're always learning new ways to engage and interact with our fish in this hobby. There you go, boy. One more. And as you see, he has plenty of room. I might have made a mistake in the video and said custom 75, but this is custom 65 gallon, as I found out. He'll get the rest. He is a voracious eater, and generally these guys will just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. But I typically weigh out his portion to about 6 ounces of tilapia, and that's enough to keep him pretty full and satisfied. I've never actually had him try to eat one of his tank mates, should I say, not yet. But typically, if you keep these guys well fed, you don't have any issues. Moving forward, I'll be feeding these guys. Some funny behavior from my Maturo stingray. They play a lot. I have 3 silver arowanas in here. These guys love the camera. And as you can see, in my opinion, I have plenty of room. So for those of you guys who are being haters, you know what you can do. My #1 fans, as I call you. You know, this is not my fish's final resting place. I am currently working on a 300 gallon acrylic tank right now, in the process of sanding and buffing it out. I had no idea how tedious of a job that was until I took it on, but it definitely is. I feed these guys a combination of carnivore monster fish pellets, sinking cyclic gold, or even a combination of super worms, or as I call them, my soldier worms. And you know, they're pretty happy for the most part. I've not had any issues as of late, just because I try to keep up on my water changes about every 5.5 to 6 days. I do a 50% water change, which in this hobby, that is the key to success, water changes. I do use C-Chem products, C-Chem Safe, which helps me remove the chlorine and any type of contaminants and ammonia out of my water. And I put that in my canister filter, and I also use Chemi Pure Blue. I've used that for a while now. My stingrays, they like to frolic around in the sand. I keep about, I'd say about 2 inches of cover of sand substrate in here. My peacock bass, he's doing quite well. I'm in the process of getting him off of live. When I got him, if it wasn't moving, he wasn't having any parts of it, but now he is good to go. So as of right now, everyone's happy. I'm gonna probably make some room and let 2 of these my favorite Oscars go to a good friend of mine. He's starting up his 225 and or 220. He's starting that up, and we're gonna go ahead and let him have some of these guys just so he can get started and get his tank set up the way he wants to. But as always, all great things have a small beginning, and for you haters, don't you forget that you only die once. You better live every day. K Sincere signing off.